Hello, and welcome to today's video. It's another game video. Forgive me. We're playing 100 Days. It's a game I just got. I'm a bit new at it. We today are actually going to go through, maybe we'll do the story mode again, but we're doing this video because I think this game is good enough that I think it kind of deserves, like, there's definitely an audience for it. And I think that the fact that I've never heard about it and I just bought it on a whim is quite surprising to me, because I definitely know people that would like this game. Anyways, I think we will start off on story mode again. I've already played a little bit of it. I wonder if they'll let me skip the tutorial. No, that's okay. The cards represent the activities we can perform. You can drag and drop them on the board. The board represents a working day. Each activity occupies a specific space, but you can rotate the cards to optimize the work. When you're happy with your placement and ready to move on, click on the button in the right corner to proceed to the next day. See, I played this before. Don't think there's any way to get these two in here. Maybe I'm like crazy, but I don't think there is. I won't spend too much time on this. You know, probably it's annoying. Yeah, there's no way of doing this, right? I don't think there's a way that you can get two of these guys in there, but the game gives you two. I think it's interesting. So yeah, it's sort of a puzzle-based game. I think you can get both these in here. Yeah. Click R while I'm clicking it. So it's a puzzle-based game. I think it's quite fun. It's rather simple right now with the opening scenes. You have the times goes into days in there. So next turn, we'll be gone. Some activities have a special result. Press the flashing orange button to view it.
My dearest Emma, I doubt you remember me. My name is Beppe, and I am an enologist. Winemaking has ruled my life as a tyrant, devouring any free time I had, until I have reached the end of my journey, still chasing the perfect wine. There is a long list of winemakers who would be happy to inherit my lands, but this time I will rebel against what is logical or due. While we need to treasure our tradition, we also need to make room for innovative solutions, newcomers to fill our ranks. I want you to run my business and become a winemaker. It's not going to be easy, but I promise you it will be worth it. Your vineyards await.
Well, that was a lot of text that was not in there in some parts. So she said vineyards. I said vineyards. It's a regional dialect, much like steamed clams. The game is beautiful. I think it's got a style that some people are familiar with. Hi, my name's Anna, and I'm your next door neighbor. Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Emma, by the way. It's great to finally meet you and put a face to a name. I've heard so much about you from the old man. Here's where I'm lost. Oh, have you? Well, I'll tell you everything about it. Don't worry. But all in due time, I just thought it would be nice to introduce myself and greet you, so here I am. So, okay, hold on. Pause. Let me explain something. So in the letter, it's a woman's voice. Also in the letter, it's written from the perspective of an elderly woman. And then Anna calls them an old man. Oh yes, very kind of you. You must be exhausted. How was your journey? Actually, I'm a bit tired. The flight was delayed and kind of packed, you know. Girl, I can imagine that. Let me know if there's anything I can do for you, okay? Anything at all. About that, how do I run this place? The The letter wasn't particularly clear on the matter. Whoa, that's a big question, but you're in luck. The old man has left some instructions for you to follow, but he was a bit worried you'd feel overwhelmed reading everything in one go. I'll pass his notes to you one by one when the time feels right. He has entrusted me with this task, and I shall oblige. Overwhelmed is the word, so more handwritten notes and letters, you say. I gather he wasn't particularly tech-savvy? Not really. You belong to another generation, other times, other means of communication. You'll be fine, don't worry. Back to your question, you should really give Tio a call. He'll help you run this place. Tio, okay. Do you know him? Yeah, nice guy, tall, strong arms, big hands. He's the youngest son of the old lady who runs the bakery in town. Wonderful loaves of bread, white bread, greenery bread, you name it, but they haven't not mentioned the cakes. On Sunday morning, the smell of cakes that permeates the entire street. Promise me you will try those cakes. Oh, and Tio, how do I find him? Oh dear, I'm doing it again. I'm rambling, aren't I? I'm such a blabbermouth sometimes, right? Tio, it's really simple. Just ring him up. He'll be here in no time. Great. Thanks, Anna. No worries at all. Now I'll leave you be. I have a mani petty look locked in my favorite nail spot, and I can't possibly believe you late. You know, unpack, settle down, get familiar with the place, and breathe in. Can you smell it? Smell what? Oh, dear, you really don't have a clue, do you? Smell the air, girl. Fill your lungs with it. Absorb it. Welcome to Okay, here's another problem with me. Welcome to Lang, I would say, or it could be Long. Welcome to Lang. Make yourself at home. I'm gonna say Lang. Probably not right. Howdy. Hello. Are you Tio? That would be me. Yes. Great. We spoke on the phone yesterday. I really need your help. I'm happy to help. Truth is, I was waiting for your call. You know, the old man has instructed us all. Yo, that sounds kind of ominous. Aha, nonsense. It just shows how much he cared for you and for his lands. So I've heard, but I've never met the man. I have no idea what kind of person he was. I can't help feeling that he's left me sitting on a wasteland. I almost missed the office. Come on, you don't really mean that. I'll be happy to be proved wrong, so how does this winemaking thing work? That question is perhaps too vague. I'll be honest, I have no idea when it comes to gardening. I named my last houseplant Dodo because extinction is the ultimate fate of all my plants. Doomed to perish the instant I buy them. Not even a succulent? They are hard to kill, you know. Nada. No green fingers whatsoever. No cute artisanal ceramic vases. Not even a fancy terrarium with tiny green creatures growing inside. Not for me, sadly. You know, if you ever feel like fixing this, I have a distant cousin who is a florist in town. I know. Do you? How could you possibly know? Well, let me guess. Anna told you? Bingo. She told me a bunch of things about you, but I digress. So what are the basics of this winemaking thing? I'll have no chance without your wisdom. Agreed. So... Oh, you mean right now? I see. Okay, let's start from something easy yet fundamental like weeding. Is it about... I'll say right there, it isn't. Weeding is about preserving the moisture of the soil by reducing the competition for the mineral nutrients required by the vines to grow. Fair enough? In short, death to the weeds, long live the vines. It's a bizarre way of putting it, but yeah, in a nutshell. Great, let's just pretend weeds are my houseplants and we'll work with a charm. This tutorial message you can always disable the tutorial settings in the gameplay section. I'm going to do everyone a favor. Turn down the music a little bit. That way you guys hear me when I'm not yelling. Gameplay. Yeah, we're in the right settings for Celsius and everything. If you don't understand Celsius, yeah, you should. That's my game right there. Do they say something about turning off tutorials in there? Well, there's my seed. Tutorial notifications, structure zoom. Okay, well. Boom. One duck. Only one duck? Alright, well, let's put the weeding down first. And then we'll put the ducks down here. First duck. For my original game, I named it Bingo. I regret that. So I'm going to name this one Boku. Oh, that's sounding in Japanese. But look at this. This is how crazy complicated this game can get. Like, you gotta inspect all your different grapes, try to get like a general, see if they have like diseases and everything. You can see what the slope has. It's got like loam, clay, and sand. like what the altitude is. The pH makes the wine naturally acidic. So look at the fucking like acidity of these grapes is insane. And the sugar is slowly rising as it gets older, obviously. It's a Barbera, so there's only specific types of wine that we can make with that. It's like 0 years old, it just started. There's no irrigation system. Like, look at all this. Like, this is what I like about this game. There's so much complications here. So it seems rather simple just by this, basically. But I promise you, the game gets complicated enough for it to be engaging over a long period of time. Alright, next turn, then we'll have the duck named Boku. There's Boku. Then we got the other duck. Okay, we need another name with a B. We could do Buick. What's Buick? Buick and Boku. But yeah, you can like do treatments and everything too. You can look at this thing and like make sure that it doesn't get like mites and everything. That went well. You think so? Was my reading up to your standards, huh? I'd say it was amazing. Told you so. Exterminate. I'm good at this. So what's next? But yes, let's proceed. Now you can learn the fine art of crop thinning. Crops on the diet. I have the feeling this is going to be quite a ride. Baby steps. Basically, you'll have to remove some of the flowers and or grape clusters on the grape vine. Wait, what? Why would I ever do that? If you could just let me finish. As I was saying, this procedure is used to achieve yield and quality goals, and it will allow you to modify the vine balance. Waste of resources that happens by design. Am I getting this right? You are. May sound counterintuitive, I'll give you that. People thought growers were completely nuts when they first started to practice this technique. A priest from a nearby parish was summoned to the vineyards and talked some sense into them, saved their souls from the blasphemous act of wasting perfectly good grape clusters, so you're not the first one to stare in horror. So I have to sacrifice sunflowers and grape clusters to the benefit of those that are left. Correct, it's all about the yield. Are you familiar with the concept? Yield is a measure of the amount of grapes or wine that is produced per unit surface of vineyard. Wait, let me write this down. Makes no sense now, but maybe it will later on. Sigh. Okay, let's do this. So look, there's Boku. And then there should be the other one in there somewhere. Where's the other duck? There you go. There's Buick. Buick and Boku. As you can see, we're in summer now. We're in day 15 of summer. But like, you can see like that it's sunny and it's 30 degrees. So those times, like the temperature like matters a lot, and if it's sunny or not. 30 degrees is no fucking joke, by the way, in case you're not a native Celsius speaker. Look, you can see the grapes are aging. Look at the sugar. Sugar's gone up crazy. It's all changing color and everything too. I like it. The game is definitely not for everybody, but I definitely think that it deserves more things. Your business has 3 different buildings that handle different sides of the wine production. Click to access them and handle their functionalities. Let's go to the winery. In this cellar, you can find all tools and rooms that you need to work on. Must such as tanks. I think some of the game is not perfect. Barrels of presses. Tools are the ones required for most of cart activities, and they can get dirty or broken. So yeah, we have to come in here and make sure all this shit gets cleaned. Warehouse is used to store bottles ready to sell. Here you can build new rooms to handle marketing. Warehouse level determines the amount of orders you can fill every turn. So we can handle 5,000 bottles. If you look to the right over here. In the tool shed, you can find all vineyards machinery and rooms to maintenance them. Some tractors and tools will decrease turns number for specific activities. Cool. So that's all that. Next day. Now we do the harvest. There you go. That wasn't too bad, was it? Yeah, I guess I'm starting to get the gist of this new life in the vineyard. So now what? Harvest. We need some help with that. Oh, so there's no Harvest 101 with Tio this time? Not this time. It's they're harvesting together, but you'll need to hire whatever the fuck that is, to complete this task. It's the most complex and delicate activity you will ever perform in your vineyard. There's no room for mistakes. Thank you very much. No pressure, huh? You're gonna be fine. Relax. Just call Gianni. He's the best in the area. Will do. Good. Let's get moving. Harvest. Takes the whole fucking kit and caboodle right there. The whole thing. Look at the grapes. So that's the final quality of the grapes. They won't change after this. So it's got tartaric acid, which is like the kind of acid you get in bananas, the fruity acid that you get in apples, and then the tingly acid you get in citrus. I've got a lot of acid in these grapes, which I think is because of the pH in the ground being acidic on its own. Yeah, but it's just a lot of waiting for the most part. You're late. Hi, it's nice to meet you. Yeah, sorry, I ran into Anna on my way here. You should really avoid any distractions. Winemaking is an activity that requires your undivided attention and commitment. If you're not ready to devote your time to your vineyards, you will fail, and most importantly, your vines will perish. I'm sorry, did I catch you on a bad day? I'm merely stating the facts, so why am I here? You told me to hire you. We start harvesting, but we need your help to complete the task. You have recently moved here from London with no understanding nor interest in the winemaking business. You basically know nothing about this, don't you? Whoa, you don't mince words, huh? Are you sure you want to help me? I promised the old man that I'd help you with the first harvest, and I always keep my word. I can see you have made a start at it, which is fascinating to me since you have no idea what you're about. You have no idea about what you're doing. Now hurry up. I'd like to be done with this before the season is over. Well, in that case, how about less complaining and more harvesting? My thoughts exactly. So harvest, as you may have guessed, it's the process by which vine grapes are picked. You can do this by hand or mechanically. This is going to take a while. Yes, it's a long, entire process, and yes, you have to endure this every year. It's also my favorite bit and the most rewarding experience as an ornithologist. So please don't spoil it. Really woke up on the wrong side of the bed, huh? Let's go. You're as slow as a sloth. Keep moving, or we will never get to the cellar. Someone waiting for us in the cellar? Just your future as a winemaker, no rush at all. And check the grapes. Look at the grapes. Grapes are cool. That's at 86%. The 86% health, and there's no diseases or anything crazy. Which ain't bad. Buick, Boku were doing alright. Grapes getting nice and purple. Boom. In this sample, you can see the harvest results. Now you can move to transfer the grapes and select the tanks you would like to use. So we got about 7,000 pounds or 700 gallons of wine. The quality is good. My capacity is 3,000 gallons, so we've definitely got more than enough space. Barbera, so quantity to sell, selling price, income from sale, excuse me. Okay. Hey Gianni, unbelievable. You survived your first harvest. I appreciate the sarcasm. No sarcasm this time. I'm honestly blown away by the fact that you're still here. Not get rid of me that easily, so what's next? Crushing. Crushing? Yes, the crushing realization that there's still a long road ahead and I've run out of sunflower seeds. So it's you left to trail sunflower seeds in the vineyards. Another incredible deduction. I wish we could spend some more time playing Sherlock in the vineyard, but we have work to do. Today we will crush the grapes. Okay, sounds easy. Now before we start smashing grapes like a brute, let me be clear, this is a gentle process. You're just bursting the skin of the grapes to expose all the inner solids. Are you still with me, London? Of course, all clear, just a bit gory. Focus. We will apply pressure to the grapes to allow the juices free access to the yeast, tannins, and characteristics of the skin. Cool, you really like to use fancy words, don't you? I'm only just vocabulary specific. Are you taking note? I won't repeat this. We will combine crushing with the destilling process. It's relatively straightforward. The stems are either removed from the grapes or left attached. It really depends on what the vineyard prefers. Questions? Not at the moment. As you wish. Now go crush those grapes gently. Boom. Crushing there. All my grapes are gone. They're all gone. Some activities require a larger board. You can increase the size of the board through the technology panel. Technology panel. T.O. Yes. Been reading some books about winemaking. The old man has left me tons filled with notes, weird diagrams, and old photos. That's good. Yeah, but I still can't wrap my head around a few things. That's fine. It's a lot to take in. Like this pruning thing. How do I do that? For pruning, you really have been studying, haven't you? The answer is simple. It's too early for you to do that. How so?
I'm better at this than you.